plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice. It doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
They go play action here. He lobs it deep middle. He's got it deep downfield. And in for the Dallas touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 14 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Another try following the sack. Flush down out to his left. That one's complete over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
From the gun on 3rd down. Benson's got it. And this one does not go far.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver is going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
The Cardinals going with a dime package here. 3rd down coming up. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. And the Cardinals getting 2 extra defensive backs out there. 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. The ball is out. He ends up out of bounds, but it's behind the line. That is a sack. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. Now Dallas is going to call it. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. That's played at the 43. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be Cardinals football. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Ready, set, go!
Benson now from the gun. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. That was Micah Parsons making that play. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
At their 49-yard line.
Benson once more. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call that a modest improvement. 3 yards that time, but still a 3rd and 7 upcoming. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They're looking at 3rd and 7. That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Cardinals first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Pass play on 1st and 10. McBride hauls it in. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set!
They'll toss it here to Benson. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Ready!
To the air, 3rd and long. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Mevis able to knock it through. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. He's going to field this at the 2. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
And there's an extra DB out there on the field now for the Cardinals. 3rd down coming. He's going to throw this one. It's taken in by Lamb. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Mitchell on the give, headed left. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Here's Mitchell again. And he'll get it up to the 44. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. And it's the Cowboys with 2nd and 6. From the 48. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Set.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Finds a man, right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. He'll throw it. Forced out to his right. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Cardinals will add to their lead at the end of the half. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins.
Let's go. Trap 60, trap 60. Go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down. We send a man in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. They connect on the deep shot. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Play action on 1st down. Bails out of the pocket quick. On the run right. Wide open down the field, and he has it! They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys make it a 1-score game before halftime. That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys cut it to a field goal game.
Cowboys 14.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. Getting out to his left. Able to get it to Benson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Mitchell up the middle. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Again, this is Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. On the handoff, here's Mitchell. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Flushed out of the pocket. Shovel pass complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take the lead right away in half number 2. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hand off to Benson from the gun. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Back to throw now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going. But that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Let's go.
He'll throw it. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Now run. He loses the football, and the Cardinals grab it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Caught at the 20-yard line. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals parlay the turnover into a lead. Trey Benson, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals push their lead to 3. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff. Now to throw. This finds Mitchell. Complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Handoff here to Mitchell. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's held up short of midfield after a small gain. They pick up a yard. Still need one more, though. 3rd down coming up. Here's Mitchell. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now a give, right side to Mitchell. Kicks this one outside. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Headed out right. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Gonna keep this one and go. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. Now they'll get some time to mold this decision. They'll have 4th and goal after the break. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Less than a yard, all that's needed on 4th and goal.
Let's go.
They'll throw for the end zone. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the run.
And he won't find an escape. They converge and drop him for the safety. Some early down aggressiveness in the shadow of their own end zone, Brock, and unfortunately, it costs them. They're going to have to punt it away following the safety.
Yeah, usually why you see coordinators call runs. Try to give yourself a little bit more room, so if you want to take a risk on 3rd down and it backfires, it doesn't backfire in 2 points, but let's give some credit to that defense. That's a big play and momentum turner in the game.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. This is Mitchell. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Running back sent in motion. Throw on 3rd down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long. So out now comes the punter. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. We've got a stoppage now. There was a player shaken up on that return, so we'll take a brief break as they tend to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
And off to Benson to start the drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Let's go now.
Man in motion out of the slot. Benson on 1st and 10. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
from the 47. Chased out to his right. They did it! He made the interception! And the Cowboys have some new life in the fourth.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Trying again, following the sack. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's out of bounds, up at midfield.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Mitchell on the carry. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. He's dropping back to throw. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive. Because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed. Maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. He's back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Cowboys down by only one. Lengthy fourth down try here. They need 6. Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the fourth down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. And now they're going to have to buckle down and force another fourth down.
A give to Mitchell, running left. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Plowing up the middle. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Looking to throw it. That's caught for the first. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys jump in front late. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2 to their lead here late. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Now an inside give to Benson. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They give on 2nd to Benson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Here we go, set.
To throw. That pass is complete to McBride. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Setting up to pass. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
McBride hauls it in. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here we go, here we go.
Slot man motioned over. Throwing now. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Here he is to throw. On the move, headed right. Brought in right side. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
This reeled in by Betson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And there was no easing up.